М. 30 минут, 9 мая, то 2 дні. Вторник. Добре. No, nie masz dać tak, nie możemy. Pisze, że za 2 minuty, okej. Ja was mamy zajtra obnowa. Aha. Aktualizuje się każdy poniedziałek. Okej. Dobra, naprawiłem ten sidequest. No kto to? O, sidequest po litru. 300 to artysty. No to by mogło być. A to są kiedy dostał. Dobra, ja tu mam cię speak with speak with black haired i price uciekło. What do you mean? I need to get back to work. Oh, I've really been out that long. I should really go. But I was hoping to get better look at the stage before I left. I'm sure you're busy, but could you assist me for a moment? Thank you. I will inspect the walls. So could you make sure the stage is in order? No, some of the painting is worn off. It could use a fresh coat. Tak snadnie to nie byłem malować. To lol. The cloth weavers exclusively in the world, no problems here. There is a small hole in the floor, it can't be good. In the problems, the floor and the paint, I will fix them next time I can buy. Thank you for checking. You know, it seems odd that I've never met you until now. You wouldn't happen to be adventurous and best students of Persia, would you? Samozrejme. You are, and here was delegating your menial tasks. If I had no eye. I have always admired that rebels like you. You see, I was studying to be dancer under Mistress Nashimera. At one time, I wanted to see the realm, and I traveled at the end realm as I traveled the performance. And maybe I still can, not as dancer, of course, but as alchemist. Oh, but we should hurry back at the great work. I don't want to cause any more problems than I already have. I see. There I had helped my college with the stage inspection really well. It's greatly appreciated. She really looks up to her kind, you know. She lost her chance to become a dancer due to unfortunate injury. And now she's walking the hill, the sick and injuries than happens. So she was so happy to meet you. Am I here? Yes, I am. I here a token of our thanks. Technique, big quest. Na kým tam zabehne, tak jestli tam jeden útok. Robię nějaký damage. Halo, prečo? To triggeralo všetkých troch, halo. What the fuck? Ale už koľkých som zabila, stále som iba v pojote. Takie poslední snad. To. Tak a ideme testovať ten náš talizman, respektíve jej talizman. This is the final boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is the board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray that does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. The alchemist can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind. And perhaps our only hope for topping this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. The longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. Ja moc tam teda nevidím, lebo proste tma. Mne to svieti slnko.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Tá loďka, čo ide automaticky, som myslel, že je na nej ešte nejaký typek na to plotín. Že ju to nepremení, ale typka už aj.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
No zase ale neriskuj, vieš.
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
Bohužiaľ, toto tvoja chamtivosť. No na čo si chcela ísť bližšie a bližšie? A toto je v tej veži?
There we go!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Уже нет pomoci.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking.
Podobnost? Čoho?
My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service. Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Amon, nemám tuchu.
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon.
Ambe?
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
Nie mam tu hagdesu.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Jeho klony? Bylo to klony jeho? Wtedy?
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Duchov. Špina, ale sloníka si mi tam nechal, čo?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primate.
Ja jeszcze żyję.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Špina jedna. To, že on jeszcze živí, on mě sú proste prevedomie a ťaha to z nich výtar. Tak, tož neviem ešte, či sa to toho považovať za živý. Sekunda. Okay. Hi, Rokondo, but where is Mistress Armida? Monsieur yourselves, just when we had succeed in making the talismans, you must report this once. Meanwhile, please return to the Great Hall. Než. Ako ono sa to podarilo, len to je špinavec. Something's gone over, isn't it? What happened? So it was when Daniel threw down the bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were at the return here first. We must treat really lost we endanger Nitana and the others captive. First, we must inform everyone of situation and Nitana College is included. I will call them together for gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Can you answer me this? Tornidana is trapped in the tower. She's still alive, yes? Presne tak. Then then we must make warding skills as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. Disney done proved it pretty to herself. So let us make more skills that she and all those who were taken might be safe. As alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friend, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he paid me give you this healing pearl, that he might be personally discuss the production of the Wandering Skulls with you. And for our warriors and which I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Hannah noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the shop's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. Okay. In addition to thank you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Rats at Han for an audience with His Excellency? Okay. We would be honored, of course. Closer operation between our lands can be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please counter the gates east of giant crowns and I will show you the way into the city. Nice. To je riadna diálka toto. Vlastne ja som to iba odomkol a ja som sa tam nepozrel potom. No. Určite to bude tuto. Som to nejakým spôsobom proste nevidel. Southeast. To the east. Dobre, je to tam. Server time, verza time 8 hodín. Tak ešte nech sa mi to spustí čas. Je to takto. Tá sever? Ok, to by mohlo byť, ja som bol vlastne iba tu vtedy. Čiže, a nie, až tu som bol, dobre. No, Giant Gull Grounds. Však ale odtiaľ som už bral niečo, nie? Northeast, ok. Aha, tu si. Tak nebral. Aha. No v podstate týchto už mám dosť, aha. Ale koľko ich tu je? Vale. Ну, сейчас 3 квесты, а 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 є. Лол. Воно, воно. Воно не граємо. Завжди то можемо дібатися з нас. Well presented, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert and strict restriction are in place for entry. But you have been granted special permission. I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Okay, boy.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Powie prawdę o wszystkim, tak niech nam to wyświetli wpierw, czy to robi ja, kogo zostawię.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Rads at Han. What's at Han?
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Pekne veľké mesto teda.
Here we are. Megaduta.
Magaduta. Magaduta.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm
Ale to
afraid so.
sprawne.
Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahoj, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
Taky pomarańczy chciałem znosić dalej.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
Drak tam będzie.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzatan had an alliance with the dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility, when it seemed all would be drowned in blood. Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzatan.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade. Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
'Tis he, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razathan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
Čiže on je umyle vytvorený pre jeho.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with wards fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bare his fangs.
On nazval bratom?
That is all I need know of thee for now.
No on ma tiež ich oči.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Yeah.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Razathan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Ooh.
I am in thy debt.
Změnil se stejně. Už mi tam bylo ten zvuk. Děsí. That may take the rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let's rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the tower also. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attend your itinerary before departing. And also, of course, you enjoy violent music. Áno, preto chcem ísť k tomuto a či ma teleportneš. Aha, tak ma teleport. Tak dal Charlia. Ma napadlo, že ja som mohol ísť do Labyrinthos. Sa radšej pozriem takto. OK, toto viem, kde je. A takže aby som hneď na začiatku. Takže pôjdem odtiaľto tu a vrátim sa tam. Nemôžem tam padnúť. To je celkom škoda. Dobre, ja si objavím toto a pôjdem do tej third phase. To mám aj modrú do Lostrov. Aha, ešte mi to neobjavilo, vážne. Troglok Theology. Nice, absolútne nič nevidím, takže idem podľa mapky. A hater. Tak je rýchlejší ako ja skoro. 400 na sever. Dobre, to bude asi v tej rieke, alebo čo to tam bolo. Straight tomato. What the fuck? Questo non so vero che. Oh, how dare see me? Mess with Shagley's arrow, one of the Archeon's precious sample has fleet. Okay, ať já mám pomyslet, že jeho idea vodám tak no, to je help, že mám heli, the other feast. The Archeon is home the various sample collected from all across the South, and the one such specimen has just escaped. Yeah, the actual, to be specific. I hope he hasn't been set upon by local predators. Listen, I promise to compensate you, so how could you help, please help me retrieve the spaceman? My thanks, I will continue my research of this area. I would like to check you the truth here face. Once you had a compare look, about pleasure meet me at the Archeon report your findings. Archeon. No dobra, ale tak počkej, ma poslal späť tu. 150 na Northeast. Oregano, neviem tam má to. Aha, však to na Geo má to v čele. Nice, konečně i to slunko vychádza. Snad. Okay. Karyokonika. On sa tam nebude dať ísť, určite. Takže pekne naokolo, dobre. Ktorý to má vesť? To je to dáš tu. Frozen, okay. Dá sa tady výjsť? Asi hej. Vyzerá to dosť prudko, ale tak dúfam. Nevidím absolútne. North is where to be seen at may have luck. OK, ma to vrátilo aspoň späť hore. Ja to som mohol do teleportu máš. Vykarnul len tu teda za mnou. What? Archeon, okay. I see I was unable to find the spelling either. However, I did meet someone who claimed to have seen it in a Morwell forest. Let us head there and see if we can track it down. Morwell forest. Кащи, вот, облук. Troll. Yes, there can we know about these are Shugly's footprints. Haki Soto, even uncovered the specimen trails. It should be close. If you find it on the street from local fauna, you may dispatch his assailant. Chyba myślisz tam jak to. Aha, nie, to tych to dwóch. Tak sensu się można, no to można położyć jeszcze na rękę. I'm so glad that you're unharmed. You're all safe now. Come on, let's go home, sweetie. The Archon is unretrieved. I must do something wrong. What? You can understand me? Wait, are you able to communicate with him? Секунда. Натя. Это не правильно. Incredible, I never met someone with such skill before. Я бы это видите первый крат. This bundle of Jay was born in Labyrinthos, however, he was abandoned by his mother and in quite the state by the time we found him. He possessed remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. We have elected to use him as part of studying the effects of growing up in the artificial environment. I had seen him making gestures that indicates he has been reading the tones here, but I thought he was just copying those around him. I think he actually understands speech. Thought I'd wonder exactly why you are able to understand him and I'm not. It's a secret. Really? What I wouldn't give it to understand him too. Hey, Pazazejo, don't you? I find it difficult to grow the way you're kind to do, but I suppose it makes sense that you understand my general sometimes. I happened to learn of Side Power from the dawns in Arachim. Honestly, the buffalo there is surrounded by the sea of knowledge, and he makes no effort to engage with it. At any rate, I'm glad to finally have someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, the Archon is in grave danger. Some gleaner managed to bring wood swarm into the therm during a visit. If we will them buy, they won't also erased the damage to the materials at the facility. I tried my best to tell that Buffon, but it was no use. That's why I took a chance and went in search for some of my own kind to see if they would help. But you saw how that turned out. Well, what is he saying? Oh, did you mean? Still, it was mostly courageous of him to try and solve the issue on his own. Now that we are aware of it, we need to sort out this pest problem at once. I wouldn't mind helping out a little longer. You're the only one who can understand him after all. And he seems mom ahead of us with regard to the situation at hand. Ok, ja ti pomôžem, ale ak ma budeš nutiť, aby som šiel dolu, tak s teleportom jede nejaká, no. O, to je obyčajný quest, tak to smola. Dobre, ešte si ja prejdem tu na kde Charlie. Na Outrasil Coit. Odtiaľ do Charlie. Na hlavný quest. To tu máme mať všetky tieto, že? Už mám iba ten jeden, ktorý proste nemá realizovaný. The Path of Artifact. Labyrinthos. On ma zabere do Archie. Wow. To naši takzvaný študovne. Prebrať všetko, čo sa udialo. Just as I was getting used to balmy Tavnair, every back in chilly shoreline, take care not to catch your death. We need you for the battle to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Since there has been progress in both investigation, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? Dark of the Tower. In the dark of the tower.
Your time in Thafnir has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thafnir.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Frodola's report, they were unable to free the Emulger. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Afrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained. And I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope. And I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Yostola, and myself. The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin. If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armaments to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Radzat of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup.
Okay.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
Dobra, idę sobie do wieży. To jest Rako Dungeon. Czyż po prawdzie był Frank Dungeon? Ja som sa ináč toto vôbec nepozrel. Bude to má v podstate iba 2. Ale jak to, že je tu noc? Server time je o 2 hodiny dozadu? Jo. Ešte mi bude tam gentleman, úplne ma to poteší. Fialka toto tu príde. Our friends of yours, we've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission into the tower, I'm told. The warding scouts will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by the boat when you're ready. When your fellow arrives, we'll direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. Ja vidím. Okay, measure one. If this is the future of trade travel, I think I will stick to boats. No burning, however, empathic could have prepared me for that. On account of which we are a little late, but fighting fit mostly. Máš pre nás šupiny? My friend permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be... we should still call you Varsha, I suppose. Indeed, it would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see if it entrusts us with your warding skills. Please convey as much as this excellency. Yeah, one for each of you. Please accept them with my blessings. Our thanks, with these we can go anywhere those with the blessing of the light can go. Yeah, not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on promise. Current as a before. So heavy, my friend, so heavy. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into 2 groups. Amo, Hilary, de Pesca, Hilar, You and her band will break through the tower defenses and locate its core. Zrejme. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who will doubtless want for healing due to the use of repeated summonings. The primals which tower bring forth shall be the test of Havnair. As we have no prior experience with such foe exercise, do utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your work, my friend. For the people of Havnair, nigh the entire world, we must prevail. We must prevail. Ale že pôjde dole. To dobrou vzad. Presne takhle to pôjde. O, to je zvlášť. No tak to si počkám na nejakých ľudí. Medzi tým. Ja, present progress, ok. Tak, čakáme. Viac menej nemám čo aktuálne. Ten denný som spravil. Tradnúť gemy aj nepotrebujem, alebo nemám. Akéže? 126 ich mám iba. Tak bieba. Je. To som nechcel, som dal vyjednávať, som chcel zaútočiť. Lala ich tam nie je vidno na tých skladoch. Minut tam píše, tak snad, no. Som sa mohol s tým posunúť, že? A to teda skoro napadlo. Nevadí. Dve hodiny 45 a to trvá aj táto. To nie, budem to ja potom zruším, dobre? Ja môžem dať ešte jeden útok? Ja nemám veľkostrelcov, nemám. Čo radšej všetko dávajú na tie sklady. Normálne sa dalo čakať. Dobre, to čo som sa chcel zbaviť, to som sa zbavil. Dobre, to som dobre zahral. Ešte jeden žije. Aha, tu je. Ani ho tam nie je vidno. Dobre, to mi to zničí. Bohača. Bo som nemal dosah. Robíš srandu. Opa, tam bolo, no. Aha, dobre, to ešte budú teda dva prieskumy, očividne. No, halo, 8 minút stále nič. Čakal, že to budú ľudia robiť. Halo, stále nič, píšeš mi tam 7 minút, tak mi to je 7 minút. Resort zleva 40%, super. Okej. Nice. Jak to jest świetlej dungeon? No dobra, to będzie widno wylecze. We'll place this let us proceed with caution. Easy. Będę razie powrotałem na grupę. Research further. Okay. To mamy na 8 ready. Właśnie mamy to levelem z dolu. Także to można prepa. Nie mam aktywnie. Okay, probably boss. Mint Durowa. Gruba, to jest ta najmłodsza. Okej, nie wiem czy to. Jaka była? Okej. Okej, że sprawila to dobra. Okej, jest ta bułka. Dobrze wygląda. No, вообще же są wygarnięte. Nice, GG. Okej, on się dał nie, dobra. si zobereš 6, jen to dám. 4000? A už to na sage. Až 5000 také. Dobra, je to skoro to wystarczy. To pasem, ale prostě nic mi nepadlo ještě. Sandurva. To je ta nejstředná. Aha. To mogę stać żywot. Halo, prečo, však som bol mimo. Easy. Sice som dostal asi najväčší damage zo všetkých, ale budíš. Môžem nasadiť? Môžem, dobre. Neviem, čo bolo hento, čo mi to dávalo s tom. No to neviem tiež ako rozoznať. Że... Reaktory. Я последний, да? Я почекаю з лачем четвертим, я так чекаю на це. Окей. Окей, это найстарші. No matter the cost, we must protect the tower. Harbringer elect the Magnus. Magnus. Realnie może byśmy mogli zabić szybko, ale oczywiście to nie chcemy. Easy? Nie. Aha, tak jak mamy, to będę to nie szybko. A, jeszcze jsme ich mohli zabít na začátku. Bylo by to hodnější. O, takže 6 zubů. Tak ale nebudeme dlouho dneska. Končíme na této questě. Tak odešel na bohužel.
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
Lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
What?
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
Let's končat.
And that should be the end of it.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
Teraz neviem, teleportol nás, alebo nás Hentan niečo spravil? To že? Ja teleportol. Čo ti sa trénink slovonou tam mali?
What happened?
Razumiem.
Where are we?
Dobrá otázka. A počkaj, to je iba tá väža zvyšla, ok. Videl som hore tam, ale...
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Proste by sme padli.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here. They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
Presne tak, spálneš si svojho kamaráta.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
Jak to powiem, the threat is banished, and thy people delivered. Ach, Boże.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
Nice. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Radz-et-Han for treatment. Alice initial will oversee the administration of the temporary treatment with support from those who know healing spell. We will join. We will go and join them in the city once we had a moment to catch your breath. Okay. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle, right? Harsha paid us to come Maghuduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished attending to the prisoners. Wait, second thought? On second thought, you and Destiny should go ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Garaha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into spaceman. Sure. Just you and me, then the guardsman at the gate should wave us through. O, dobra. To predtým napríklad nešlo. Mám tu nagnať, že nejde? 74 Northeast. Toto hora bude. Lake to je, teď to na east. Ok, dosť možné, že tu bude, ale uvidíme. Shiver and show. Northeast. Do konca, tak to budeš tu. Buď niekde pri tamto, teraz som si všimol, že to nie je obyčajná skala. Aha, to sú dobré. Face to face at Southeast. Southeast, dobra, ale to mi potom hovoríš o tomto, nie? Preverím. Dole vidím ho. Ja aj tak vás nerobím, už som robil podobne. Strašne veľa som ich musel zabiť. To je možno neuveriteľné. Dobre, ja by som si dal ale jeden tento dungeon ešte. Potom pôjdem že porobím na questiky hlavne. Honor Science, you are fit at your leisure. Is that? Yeah, voľný čas, okay. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should recall the direction of the city, the sentry station at the fountain on top of the steps should be glad to assist you. What I have been to Rosetta has before this place is a very veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had the best task of redirection from this entry at the fountain. Lead the way and don't expect me to act as your tour guide. like certain areas. Dobre, tiež je tu celkom dosť vytreto šardov. Mr. CEO, a person announced that you are here for audience with the Sakra. If you require direction at Magduta, they should be glad to provide them. The Sarah residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of the Razadham. I generally recommend the route that take you by the bazaar in the city north, due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and there is rated disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternative path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on the path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at the fiber. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Council straight for about dinner. Popravde nepamätám si nic z toho, kade nás typek celal, ale nepamätám. To vlastne to sa nedá spámať. Dobre, asi idem ale pre shard. Sice on povedal, že sa nedá použiť, ale tak dúfam, že ide. Temporary disabled. Dobre, ja si nebudem mať teda prístup k nemu. Tak potom idem teda quest. Ale lode to nájde doc. Yes, I know about this portal. It leads to the nearby isle, the treasure vault of wanderers at the wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck. Or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and gain access to the vault. Treasures? Neviem prečo niektoré to majú hore, niektoré dole. Polomał chyba. Nie dał ofensywny.
Damy si ten keksik, čo si kúpil?
Máme počkať na mňa 20 minút. Keksik, čo som kúpil. Prečo som to misklikol, halo? Tak, teraz ide tu na tento boss, to bol easy. Väčšinu si pamätám. Chyba doč. Solo 2 o 3, ok? Kurska. No to wyzra. Nie wiem to dlaczego to dało. Nice. Quickly damage. neviem podľa čoho im to dávalo. Tej gule. Dobra, tak potom po banči nebudem práve už... Paladin, že? Asi tam iba gry, tak keď on dal nič. Jak ktoś zomrał, halo? Nie, można by mu dali taki damage. Nie wiem, ako mohol počkať s tým. To je táto, čo sme vlastne čo robili. Temporarily strike. Že by som sa tam mal iba otočiť? To nie, teraz by to dalo ono. Nie, ono to robi na každého, okej. Okej, ta jedna sa nehýbala. Easy. Stále nič pre mňa, takže... Ako pre toho Reapera skoro nič nepadá, že skoro absolútne nič nepadá. Halo, jaký Bloom je, čo to tak? Čo ti mece, nič pre mňa. Dobre, to by mala byť posledná skupina? No a potom sa ide do sebe. Sam zaraz na to dalej, to tak nie leci. Nikt nie położył. Nikt nie położył. Dobra, ale idziemy już. Yeah, okay, just